So we've written our paper, we've done the footnotes, now we have to make a bibliography. So instead of a reference page or a works cited page, Chicago Style has a bibliography at the end of your paper, your essay, whatever it is you've created. And this goes on the very last page. So we have our main right up here, we have our footnotes. Then if I go down to this page where there be no other writing on it, I'm going to put bibliography in the center. And then this will be a list of all of the sources I have used throughout the paper. Now, the formatting of bibliography entries differs slightly from your footnotes. So you're not just going to be able to copy and paste from your footnotes into a bibliography. There is some rearranging that you have to do. So I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can make bibliography entries, just because there are a few things that we have to watch and be careful of. Now, the first way to do it is through add-ons in Google Docs here. So if you go to add-ons, now you'll see here I have one that says EasyBib Bibliography Creator. You may have that there already, you may not. If you don't, you're just going to go to Get Add-ons. It will bring you to a list of add-ons that you can insert into your Google Docs. You're going to find EasyBib, it's the bright orange one here. You're going to click that and install it. Okay? Once you have that done, you can go to add-ons, EasyBib Creator will be there, and then manage bibliography. So here it will pull this up. Now we see book, journal, article, website, and then the style. So we want to change our style to Chicago. And let's do website because we use two websites. So let's see. I go to the Canadian Women's Encyclopedia. I'm going to copy the URL, paste the URL, search, and then there is the website. So I can select that. It's now creating the bibliography entry. You want to copy this and paste it into your bibliography. Don't click Add Bibliography to Doc. I've noticed that this sometimes deletes my footnotes. So it's better just to copy and paste. Now, looking at this bibliography entry, it has very basic information, and I'm actually missing information that I know. It doesn't have my author's names. It doesn't have my publisher or the date. So while this add-on is quick and easy to use, you still have to be careful with the information it provides because it can miss some information. So I am missing the authors, I'm missing the publisher, all of that. So what I can do to fill that in is I can go back to our reference guide here. I see website, footnote, and then bibliography entry, and you can see how they differ. So now I'm going to put the last name, and then first name. So let's do that. So again, if I go back to my website here, James Wood, I need to start with his last name first. So I need to do Wood, comma, James, and then there's a period. I go check here, yep, last name, comma, first name, period. Title of web page, which it already included. Now I need name of website, which it already included. Publishing organization, it did not include the publishing organization. We know the publishing organization is Historica Canada. So I'm going to add in Historica Canada. And let's go back here, comma, publication or revision date. So we know our last edited date, December 21st, 2015. So I have Historica Canada, comma, December 21st, 2015. Then what do I do next? Period, and then URL. Period, and then here is our URL. So that would be my proper bibliography entry. So while this is handy and this can work for a lot of sources, certain sources you have to be careful with. This is great for books and journal articles because usually it can pull up all the information automatically. Websites you have to be a little careful with. So then we have to follow proper formatting, and proper formatting of bibliography entries has hanging indentations. So what this means is, if I just close this so everyone can see a little better, I'll highlight my citation. I will go, let's see, format, I believe line and indent, indentation options, special indentation, hanging, apply. And this is the proper way for a bibliography entry to look. So this is so it highlights the last name on the side and all the information follows. Okay, so that's one way to make the citation. Another way to make a citation is just to go off of what it has here. So last name, first name, title of page, just following this. You don't necessarily need to use that add-on. You can also go to OWL Purdue. And again, it shows you the exact footnote and endnote, and then how to do the bibliography entry. Another little trick, on some websites like the Canadian Encyclopedia, you will see an option here, citation. If I click it, it has MLA, APA, and Chicago. So here I can literally just copy that citation, go here, and if it copied properly, let's go back. So I can copy this citation and input it there. And again, I would just have to fix some of the formatting for it. Okay, and then, here we see this actually brings up a really good example. So some things are a little different in how they're cited. So here they have Canadian Encyclopedia italicized. Make sure you're just following the reference guide that I've given you here. Okay, I'm not going to be too picky on if you have the right title italicized or not, but when you get into university, they are going to be very picky about it. So it's a good idea to try to do that now. Okay, so I don't need this citation twice. Let's make our other citation, which is the Canadian War Museums. So for this one, I'm just going to build this one from scratch. So, okay, we have last names here. So again, let's go here. Let's start with the last names, which is Dundas, comma, Barbara. Now again, I have two authors. I don't know what to do for two authors. I'm going to go back to Purdue. How do you do it with multiple authors? Well, you see here, first author, and then and the second author. And the second author is just first name, last name. So there's these little things that you got to be careful of. So Barbara, comma, and Serge Derflinger. Okay, now what do I do next? Type period and then title of web page. Okay, so period, title of web page, which is the Canadian? Yep, the Canadian Women's Army Corps, 1941 to 1946, period. Quotation. Name of website, which is the Canadian War Museum. And what do I do next? Publishing organization, which we're going to say is the Canadian War Museum again. So just comma, publication date or access date. So here it says publication date is after the comma. We don't have a publication date, so I'm just going to do period and then our access date. So period, accessed November 8th, 2020, period, and then I believe it's just the URL. Yep, URL. So copy, paste, period. And then I take this, format, align and intent, indentation options, special hanging. Okay, now everything, I need to make everything the same. Okay, everything's Arial. I need to make everything the same size. Let's make it 12. There we go. But now to make a proper bibliography, a bibliography is in alphabetical order by the last name. So the names that we see here. So right now I have James Wood first and Barbara Dundas second. That's not correct. I need to put Barbara Dundas first because D comes before W. So cut that and paste that. Now my bibliography is correct because it is in alphabetical order. Okay, so that is how you create bibliography entries.